I want the Star Trek future. I know this sounds a bit geeky. I know it's fiction, but all great fiction shows us the possibility of our humanity.
I'm okay with being a geek. You see, my wife uses Star Trek to go to sleep. Me, I can't sleep through it. I love the idea of a future where we've solved most of the problems that rattle this pale blue dot of a world. So for my wife, it's a sedative. For me, it's a hopeful dream with warp drives and replicators and transporters.
I want the future where we've come to our senses and found some sort of balance. A future in which we figured out how to live on this planet and as part of this planet.
I want the future where everything is okay. There are still grizzly bears and polar bears and mountain lions, and there are elephants in Africa, and there are whales in the ocean.
In Alberta, there are still mountain caribou and burrowing owls, whooping cranes, and peregrine falcons.
In my Star Trek future, there will be no countries. People will ask you where you live, and you look at them like they're daft and say, Earth.
In my Star Trek future, there's still wilderness where you can stand and breathe and imagine you are the first person to ever stand in that particular spot. There is fresh air and clean water.
There is clean water. And you'll be in the mountains standing up to your knees in an icy stream, and you'll be able to crouch down and drink that water cupped in your hands. And you'll stop and look up into a blue sky, and you'll breathe deeply, and it'll be brilliant and pure and crystal clean.
Our biggest concerns will be meeting a new species for the first time, and the occasional villain, and keeping the prime directive.
Now, if you know what the prime directive is, you're probably a geek too. But that's okay. You can come to my house and watch Star Trek with me while my wife sleeps. In my imagined future, our cities have figured out how to fix a pothole, and more. They build roads that don't get potholes, ever.
In my Star Trek future, I hope I'm not wearing the red jersey, because the guy in the red jersey always gets killed.
Here's the thing. It's people like those gathered in this room who give this kind of a future an opportunity to grow. It's people like you who push the edges of what environmentalism can look like.
You are the seeds of an imagined future. You're the ones who innovate, who imagine, who dream.
You are the people who will help my great-great-great-grandchildren get that clean air, clean water future. You're making sure that we get the Star Trek future. So, thank you. And I say this in all seriousness, live long and prosper. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris Bulla.
And I am Jana O'Connor. We are delighted to welcome you to this evening's celebration of environmental excellence in Alberta,
The 22nd Annual Emerald Awards.
And in addition to being your husband and wife co-hosting team this evening, Chris and I are both local actors and playwrights.
Jana is also a cast member of CBC Radio's sketch comedy series, The Irrelevant Show.
Not so irrelevant after all, thank you. And Chris is the bass player with Edmonton's official ukulele cover band, the B. Arthur.
Woo! Oh, people actually, wow. I wasn't expecting that. My family's here tonight, obviously.
And now, tonight's show began with a performance by two remarkable spoken word artists, Terrence Harding and Thomas Trofimuk, with their piece, The Star Trek Future.
Another round of applause for Thomas and Terrence.
All right, in the spirit of tonight's event, we promise to host as efficiently as possible.
That's right. So here's what you need to know in 30 seconds or less. And go.
Well, okay, the Alberta Emerald Foundation received over 120 nominations, and a panel of judges selected tonight's finalists from those nominations. The judges then voted to determine which of the finalists in each category will receive the Emerald Award. If there were no nominations in a given category that met the criteria of excellence, then there'll be no award given in that category. In some cases, there may be two awards given in one category. There'll be presenters to present, and there'll be trophies, and there's going to be tears and joy, and we're all going to be super inspired by the videos that we watch of the finalists, and we are going to to wear some repurposed formal frocks and vintage outfits.
And I second that motion.
And we are also going to see more live performances from fabulous local talent. We're going to leave here feeling hopeful and grateful and more aware of how connected we all are in this fragile ecosystem that evolved by some miracle on this blue orb that's floating in this corner of the galaxy.
A bit more than 30 seconds, but way to strive for that efficiency. The trophies will be presented by Anna Talman and Willow Austin.
Both of these ladies received an Emerald Award in 2009 as part of the Eco Air Group, dedicated to raising awareness and encouraging anti-idling in vehicles.
And now to the first award for the Community Group category.
This award recognizes initiatives that demonstrate a community group's commitment to the environment through measurable and sustained positive change.
Our first presenter is a great supporter of the Emerald Awards and is honorary chair of the event. He is Edmonton's beloved mayor, and as he joins us on stage, we'd like to take a moment to thank him for his leadership in growing the City of Edmonton's environmental programs and for his dedicated service to our city and our province.
To present the Emerald Award for Community Group, please join me in welcoming Mayor Stephen Mandel and wishing him all the best in his future endeavors.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to be here. The Emerald Awards really are an important part of Alberta. It, I think, tells all the people within our province that with creative ideas, and it doesn't matter how big or how small, we can make changes and make our environment a better place to live. And it's quite exciting to see all the various awards that are coming up tonight and the nominees and the things that are being done in our province. I'm going to take a chance to plug our city just a second. Why not? One of the things that we're famous for is garbage, is waste. But people forget that you can make money from waste. And we've done the last little while, we begin to market our waste management skills around the world. And we're going to be involved with 3 different projects in China and 1 in the Ukraine, helping to build their waste systems, but do it on a profitable basis for the city of Edmonton to garner increased revenue. So there is great opportunities. You just have to think outside the box and be more creative. So I'm very proud of our city and the things that we do in the environmental area. I do have a proclamation before I announce the award to give to, I'd like to give to Anna Wille. It says, whereas the Emerald Foundation celebrates and showcases environmental leadership in Alberta, whereas recognizing environmental excellence will inspire others to change behaviors and ensure all Albertans benefit from a healthier, environmentally sustainable future, and whereas the preservation of Alberta's biological diversity and the quality of air, water, and land help to foster and sustain our environment, and whereas the City of Edmonton is a world leader in energy efficiency and conservation, committed to reducing our environmental footprint, therefore the citizens of Edmonton, which I humbly represent tonight, do hereby proclaim June 6, 2013, Emerald Day in the City of Edmonton, Alberta's capital city. Now, for the award I'm supposed to present. The finalist for the Emerald Award for Community Group is Road Watch in the Past Project, led by Rob and Loretta Scheffel. And the award goes to, what a shock, Rob and Loretta Scheffel.
Well, the data that Roadwatch has collected went into creating the Highway 3 report, which was a report that was put together to show the cost effectiveness of mitigation strategies. Highway 3 has got the 2nd highest amount of east-west traffic through Alberta next to the Trans-Canada. It's also an area where the wildlife corridors are really important for migration routes, and unfortunately a lot of animals get killed, hit by vehicles.
We're around 200 animals per year that we know of. A lot of wildlife, they get hit and they wander off that highway. It's very possible on that 44-kilometer stretch of highway that there could be 1 animal per day that is killed. Rock Creek and the lakes are some high spots where we need to start our what we call highway mitigation, meaning we need to put some measures in to keep wildlife and to keep people safe.
I know we've had, since it started in 2004, we've had about over 5,000 sightings recorded. There hasn't been anything built yet. We're hoping that with the data that Roadwatch has collected and the scientists involved and the organizations involved, that there will be something done in the future.
Hello everyone, I'm Angelika Gravensky with Shaw TV Edmonton. We're backstage here at the 22nd Annual Emerald Awards. We're talking with all the big winners of the night, including the first ones. We have Rob and Loretta. You guys kicked off the night very well. Tell me, what's racing through your mind right now, Rob?
I'm just kind of overwhelmed. It's we've never won an award before, especially of this caliber, and just kind of overwhelmed and very grateful to everybody that nominated us and voted for us, and glad we're here.
Loretta, it must be nice to get recognized on such a scale.
It is. It's exciting, and like Rob said, it's kind of overwhelming, and we're just regular people, so it was pretty exciting, and we just feel very inspired, and seeing all the videos of what everybody else is doing across the province. It's like, wow, it's amazing. So yes.
You guys are right up there. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The next two awards are for the category of business. This category is divided into two, small and large. And with each award recognizing a business that demonstrates a significant ongoing commitment to the environment, social responsibility, and they exceed normal practices or statutory duties.
The Large Business Award recognized businesses over 101 employees, and so it follows that Small Business Award honors businesses up to 100 employees.
Now, before we introduce our next presenter, we should mention that each of the fabulous presenters that will be gracing the stage this evening represent the Alberta Emerald Foundation's leaders, and that the foundation is both proud and appreciative of these partnerships.
It seems fitting that our next presenter represents the organization that led the way, the foundation's longest long-term partner, Alberta Environment.
To present the next two awards for small and large business, please welcome the Honorable Diana McQueen, Minister of Environment and Sustainable Resource Development.
Well, thank you very much and good evening. And Mayor Mandel wants me to send a message to the award recipients that he did. You're supposed to get back there and take a picture with him, so you got to do what the mayor says. Also tonight, I'm really honored to be here tonight, but I also want to talk about our Star Trek, you guys. I thought, boy, I was living back at the office when we were talking about caribou and grizzly and fresh air and water. That is Alberta right now, but we want to make sure that we continue. And so all of you here tonight, thank you for everything that you're doing. I'm certainly honored to be here tonight to present the Small and Large Business Category Awards on behalf of Premier Redford and our Government of Alberta. As Albertans, we are blessed with abundant resources, both environmentally and economically. We are known for our entrepreneurial spirit and our can-do attitude. It's what first allowed us to unlock our resource potential and what drives us to find innovative solutions today so we can continue to responsibly manage our growth and protect our environment for the future and for future generations. Together, we will deliver a better Alberta by building on the strengths and passions we have for the environment and the passion that we have that these 5 business category finalists have demonstrated and are being recognized for tonight. Because of their hard work, we are boosting agriculture productivity while recycling biosolids and eliminating the need for commercial fertilizer. Going above and beyond to change the recycling habits of customers, buyers, and suppliers, reestablishing native plants in reclaimed oil sands areas, reducing our carbon footprint with 750 acres of new or reforested habitat for wildlife, and powering homes and businesses with green energy solutions. For 22 years, the Emeralds Awards have celebrated environmental excellence in Alberta. We share these success stories to inspire others to follow, so today's innovations becomes tomorrow's standards. Before I announce this year's winners, I want to take a moment to congratulate all of the finalists because of the ingenuity and dedication. All Albertans will benefit from a healthier, cleaner environment. Let's congratulate them all. So the finalists for the Emerald Award for large businesses are DMI, Peace River Pulp Division, London Drugs for the What's the Green Deal program. And the Emerald Award for the large business goes to DMI, Peace River Pulp Division.
Well, the project is we take basically sediment from the bottom of our wastewater treatment system and land apply it. And by doing so, we put nutrients back in the soil. So this material, it's organic, it's slow-release nitrogen, slow-release phosphorus, and it also puts organic matter back in the soil and increases the tillability of the soil. And it makes sense. So what we do is we take trees and we make pulp out of them, paper. But you know what makes the soil is trees rotting in the forest, vegetation rotting in the forest. It started out slowly. We needed to convince the farmers that it was good for their fields. I think everybody had it in their minds that it's a waste, and because it had that stigma about being a waste, people were not inclined to use it. And really, I think what brought the farmers in was when they saw their crop come up the next year. What we're doing now is we're benefiting the farmers, and we take a material that we don't have much use for and use it to help the local agricultural community.
Tom, congratulations. Tell me, what is racing through your mind right now?
I want to give so much thanks to people that have supported us through this project and actually made it come to fruition.
You guys have one of the largest operations, I think, in northern Alberta, so it must be great to get this recognition, right?
It is, and I think what was really special about it was that it was our customers that nominated us. So that, for me, was quite special.
Hits home. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And we are very lucky because we have 2 London Drugs for the What's the Green Deal program as well. Congratulations to both.
The Green Deal program is a simple concept. We sell the light bulbs, why shouldn't we recycle it? That's our thought. Throughout the store, you'll see different signages talking about what's the Green Deal and what's our program. You'll also see when you buy a large screen TV, we put stickers on our boxes that says bring back the pack, and that just educates customers or helps them to bring back the packaging so we can recycle it for them. Customers want convenience. If it's not easy to recycle, people aren't going to recycle. So we use the large graphics that shows the light bulb or the battery, so it makes them easy so they know where to put the product. We put it at the front of the store so when they walk in and they've got their products that they want to recycle, they can drop it off and go on and do their shopping. We started doing recycling back in '76 when we started recycling shopping bags. Our styrofoam take back is the first in Canada, and we're one of the only retailers that really brings back styrofoam and recycle it. And that's a product that'll go in the landfill and stay there forever. There is a cost to running stewardship programs and running the recycling programs, but the benefits outweigh that cost. Now, of course, we can't recycle for everybody, but if you bought something at London Drugs, we're going to take care of you. And again, it all comes back to just doing the right thing for the right reasons, so we won't be stripping the mines or stripping the earth of its raw and natural products. We'll be using the recycled ones. That's going to happen.
So, Maury, tell me, were you surprised when your name was called, or did you have a good feeling that you had a good shot?
No, actually, I'm very much surprised. So it's just something we do naturally, and yeah, to be awarded for it was something special. So we're very pleased to be here.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations on your award. Continue the good work.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Maury.
And it is my pleasure to present the award in the category of small business. The finalists for tonight's Small Business Award are C2 Smoky Lake Forestry Nursery for the Growing Native Plants for Oil Sands Reclamation Project, the Carbon Farmer, and the Bullfrog Power. And the Emerald Award for Small Business goes to the Carbon Farmer. Congratulations.
So the Carbon Farmer project started as a way to sustain the farm that's been in our family for 3 generations. Essentially, we're planting trees on land that's previously tilled. We've planted a third of our farm down, and now we're working with other landowners across the province to restore habitat.
We started the Carbon Farmer in 2007. We did our first plant in July 2007 and did 3,500 trees.
When we started, those first 3,500 was Rebecca and I and my mom and dad putting a few in the ground. Now we're going to be doing like over 300,000 trees this year, so we're working with professional planters. Clients can basically work with us in two ways. They can plant a tree on behalf of their client or for their employees or things like that. So that's that habitat restoration aspect. And then the second aspect comes in from as the trees grow, they store carbon. So we have other clients that are looking for a carbon offset as a way to mitigate the impact they have from the energy they use or the activities they have in their business. I definitely call myself an environmentalist. At the same time, I consider myself a pragmatist. You know, we use energy every day. I use energy to drive here to film this. I use energy to, you know, drive to go plant the trees. So, environmentalist, yes. Extremist, no.
Joining us now is Brad and Rebecca. You guys, what a great distinction. What does this mean for you and the project moving forward?
You know, for us, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. At the same time, it's really nice to have such amazing accolades. You know, we put in a lot of hard work, as any small business does, and so it gives you a little bit more motivation every day to keep doing what we're doing. So, yeah, it's a complete honor.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you have anything racing through your mind right now, or are you just stunned?
I'm just absolutely stunned. I'm so full of gratitude for the support, and just being here is amazing.
To present the award in the category of Not-for-Profit Association, please welcome Cara Flynn, Syncrude's Vice President of Government and Public Affairs.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. Before I present the award for Not-for-Profit Association, I want to thank first the Emerald Foundation for working with Syncrude to bring Emerald Day to Fort McMurray back in January this year. This was a terrific exercise in community engagement